even remotely familiar with the brand Lululemon, you probably know two things about their leggings. They're very popular, and they're very expensive. As a small team who started an apparel brand, we've spent a lot of time studying other successful companies. And while we promise our running sunglasses will never cost more than Lululemon's leggings, we were curious to find out why they're so expensive. Okay, so before I jump into what Lululemon might spend on making their leggings, let's quickly take a look at just how expensive they actually are. Lululemon's most popular leggings cost between $98 to $128, which is a lot. To put that into perspective, most fashion journalists, of which I am now technically one, compare Lululemon leggings to Gap Inc.'s Athleta. Those cost about $30 less than Lululemon's most affordable option. And Athleta leggings still cost significantly more than the price of most leggings, which is only about $20. But does that mean that Lululemon leggings are overpriced? In a word, maybe. There's no doubt that these leggings have raised a lot of eyebrows with their prices. I should point out that the women I've talked to who own Lululemon leggings absolutely swear by them. They might not be huge fans of the price tag, but they are huge fans of how they fit and feel. One reason for this is that Lululemon has put a lot of effort into perfecting their leggings designs. There seems to be a major misconception out there that Lululemon became so popular solely because of savvy branding. While the company is fantastic at branding, I'll talk about that in a moment, it's probably not fair to give their marketing department all the credit. For example, to create the comfortable feel for which Lululemon leggings have become famous for, the company invests in some very high-quality materials. Specifically, the company uses Everlux, Luon, Luxtreme, Nulu, and Nulux. Sure, by buying these materials in bulk, Lululemon is probably able to limit their overhead to some degree. But you're not going to find this same combination in more run-of-the-mill leggings, which is why Lululemon can afford to charge more. And yet, those materials aren't the only reason so many women love Lululemon leggings. Another is Lululemon's manufacturing practices, which involve a large number of expensive machines that cost tens of thousands of dollars apiece. The company's VP of Global Product Quality once claimed that, in the testing of the product, there's probably 13 to 15 tests that go on. Every single lot of fabric is tested before it leaves the mill. That's a lot of quality control, which probably leads to a lot of overhead. Furthermore, the company's Materials Innovation Director once stated that we use special, very fine microfiber yarns with a very special yarn construction, adding that they once made a fabric 55 different ways to come to our current formulation that would give us one of the best fabrics in the industry. So suffice to say that Lululemon's leggings aren't just expensive to buy, they're expensive to make too. But again, we already knew that. What most people seem to be interested in is just how much of a markup there is on these world-famous leggings. Alright, so we have cold hard facts to back up how much Lululemon leggings cost, and a pretty good idea of what it costs to make them. Figuring out how much of a markup there is on Lululemon leggings is going to be a bit harder, because, well, the company doesn't exactly tell the public, hey, it actually only costs us X amount of dollars to make these things. Instead, I've spent an embarrassing amount of time reading breakdowns from all over the internet about how much it probably costs Lululemon to make their leggings. From what I found, that number seems to be around $3 to $5 per legging. That being said, a $90 markup has to be pretty good, right? Well, I looked into that too. It turns out that the average profit margin for retail clothing items is between 4 to 13%. In order to compare that against the markup I just mentioned, we need to do a little fancy math. Even if Lululemon leggings cost $5 to make, at a retail price of $98, the most affordable version still comes with a 1,860% markup. Not bad. But before we end this video, I want to talk about the most important factors behind Lululemon being able to charge so much. As I touched on earlier, this is their fantastic marketing. The company has always relied heavily on lifestyle marketing, from the inspirational slogans around their stores, to the in-person yoga events they've held, to the positive imagery they've built around their brand. Lululemon has designed a marketing strategy that's impossible to imitate. When combined with an equally unique product, it's no wonder the company has experienced such unprecedented success, growing from $0 to $48 billion in just over 20 years. Lululemon's success is a case study in how to effectively take over an industry with savvy marketing. This is all the more impressive considering that their industry, retail apparel, is arguably one of the most saturated on the planet. Clearly they're doing something right, and no amount of people claiming Lululemon overcharges is slowing down those efforts. If anything, given how popular the entire topic has become, it's very possible that keeping their prices high is part of the marketing strategy. After all, here I am giving them free publicity. So don't expect Lululemon to lower those prices anytime soon. In 2020, their brand value increased by 40%. Even an international pandemic couldn't slow down the company's revenues. People love their leggings at any price. But how about you? Are you one of them? Or do you think Lululemon's leggings are overpriced? Overhyped? A bit of both? If there are any other brands with marketing, manufacturing, or pricing strategies you'd like for us to analyze, let us know in the comments below.